areas in the western island of Java are packed with Indonesian tourists, that this was caused by a volcanic eruption causing an underwater landslide. And Indonesian authorities are pointing to Anak Krakatau. That is translated as the child of Krakatoa, the volcano that famously erupted in 1883 with almost cataclysmic results, killing tens of thousands of people and actually lowering global temperatures due to the massive ash cloud in 83. A smaller island grew up in the wake of that catastrophe, and that is what erupted on Saturday. Indonesian authorities say it has been erupting for months, but perhaps due to the fact that there was a full moon and high tide that contributed to this tsunami that flooded into these resort areas of western Java. Now with the death...
On August the 26th, 1883, the tiny volcanic island of Krakatoa erupted, creating one of the worst natural disasters in recorded history. In less than 48 hours, it destroyed hundreds of towns and villages and left more than 36,000 people dead.
After a large tsunami crashed into the region last night, hundreds more are injured and dozens right now still missing.
The tsunami slammed into residential areas, destroying everything there. Look at this. The officials say there was no warning before this hit. We're learning this was likely caused by underwater landslides triggered by a volcanic eruption. And now look at this moment. It's the moment the tsunami crashed into a live concert. Red Cross officials say they expect this death toll, the number of people killed, will rise.
Waking up wanting to know exactly what is an underwater landslide. It's not a common term you hear. So here's what we know. The volcano erupted yet on Saturday, and in doing so, you end up getting a lot of the rock that's underneath the surface that gets displaced. It falls down to below the surface. In doing that, it pushes up that water, generating that tsunami wave. Now, locally speaking, for a lot of those areas along the coastlines, this can be a very severe tsunami. It's a very localized tsunami, but even still, you have the two islands between Java and Sumatra. This is where the volcano, Anak Krakatau, exists between those two. So both of those coastlines on those islands were affected. Here's the thing, though. The volcano is not just going to stop because it erupted once. So it is still very likely that it will continue to erupt, and its subsequent underwater landslides could still happen. So for a lot of these folks that live along this region, you will have to stay alert for any subsequent tsunamis that may take place. Here's a look at the satellite imagery. You can actually even see, guys, the eruption plume as it took place yesterday.